Welcome to this video from A Pilot's Life for me on the Boeing 737-800 NG versus the Boeing 737 MAX engine startup. So let's look at the Boeing 737 MAX engine startup sequence first. So before we look at the videos, we're just going to have a quick diagram to show you the bow to rotor shaft, and we're going to exaggerate the bend in this example. The natural bow is caused by a thermal build-up after the engine has been shut down. When ready to start, put the engine start switches to ground. The EECs will initially maintain N2 between 18% and 24%. Motoring will appear on the N2 display if the BMR is required. BMR has a variable timing depending on the time since the engine shut down, internal engine temperature, and ambient temperature. This diagram will show you bowed rotor motoring complete. When the BMR is no longer active, motoring indication will disappear from the N2 display. When the N1 rotation is seen and the N2 is at 25%, move the start levers to idle detent. The EECs will then run a self-test. At this point, no fuel flow is shown during the test. After the test, the engine sequence will start to continue. So let's look at the engine stable criteria on the NG versus the MAX. So the 737 NG, the N1 should be 20%, the EGT should be 400 degrees, the N2 should indicate 60%, and the fuel flow should be 0.3. On the MAX, the N1 should be 20%, EGT 500 degrees, N2 70%, and the fuel flow should be around 0.3. Start switches to ground, N2 increasing, we're now motoring, M1's increasing, put in the engine start lever, and your EGT starts to increase. Start a cutout. And the M1 slowly rises to idle. So let's look at the start of the 737-800. Engine start lever to ground. N2 slowly rising, N1 slowly rising. Full pressure. Engine start lever to idle. N1 increasing and N2 steadily increasing. At this point, EGT is increasing. Now we have started cutout, and the engine has successfully started.